It's a Duffy Sports Grill Throwback Thursday, and no better place to be on this Thursday than with the legendary tennis coach, Rick Macci, at your own tennis center here in Boca Raton, the crown jewel of South Florida. Thanks first and foremost for having me.
No, good to be here. It'll be a lot of fun.
Obviously, it's topical because you've worked with some of the many greats throughout South Florida. When you talk about the Williams sisters and whatnot, you've also had Coco Gauff through here at this tennis center and have seen her since she was a young lad in the game. She's still young. Now she's a major champion, and she just made it to a semifinal. Didn't end the way that she wanted it to, but you know what Coco was and what she is now. How do you gauge how this past Australian Open went for her?
It was good. You know, a lot of confidence coming off that win in New York where she won her first Grand Slam. But she's the real deal. Olympic sprinter with a racket in her hand. Her backbone might be better than her backhand. She's not going anywhere. People got to remember, she's 19 years old, and she's right in there. She's going to have a bucket of Grand Slams before this is all done. I love Coco because every day she shows up, and I love her motto, no days off. That's my kind of player right there.
Yes, it's still no days off for you as you're working 50, 60 hours a week here. What do you remember from her when she was younger? This is a Duffy Sports Grill Throwback Thursday. We want to take it back to when maybe the days we weren't aware of Coco Gauff and who she is as a prolific tennis superstar. You knew her before that. What was it like working with her back then?
Yeah, you know, when her dad, Corey, brought her, she took lessons from me when she was like 7, 8 years old. But the one thing I knew right away, I asked the dad, what'd you do? Did you play pro sports, or what'd your wife do? And right then and there, he played college basketball at a high level. The mom was a track star, Florida State. So the movement, she was quicker than quick, faster than fast, but she was locked in at 7. I mean, this is a journey. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. But I knew there'd be a place for her on the Pro Tour, and I have no doubt number one's going to be around the corner.
That's what we're all hoping to see. The Delray Beach native and still resident is still tearing it up on the tennis courts. She's got a Grand Slam champion under her belt. She just wrapped up really playing in her last major as a teenager. She kind of talked about that afterwards. It seems like she's really hard on herself. That competitive edge, though, is that what kind of fuels her to be such a good star?
That's the wild card. She's never satisfied. You always got to look in the rearview mirror. There's others coming up. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. She just has that mentality. It's a house of athletes. Her little brother might be the best athlete in the family. You know, he's a great quarterback. He's in our academy. Anyways, yeah, no, her attitude, okay, of just never being satisfied. But I think before, she kind of thought it was the end of the world if she lost. You got to remember, she's 19. She dove in at 15.
Yeah.
And now she's bigger, she's stronger. She expects to win. She doesn't hope to win. She's not going anywhere.
That's the beauty of it all. And lastly, I got to ask you keep saying she's not going anywhere. You've seen so many from the start of their journey through the twilight of their career. I don't want to put any limits or ceilings on what Coco Gauff can be, but just how far do you think she can take it with tennis? Because again, she's 19. She's just about to turn 20 here in March, and it feels like her prime. Has she even reached that yet?
No, she hadn't even scratched the surface. See, mentally, she has it. And like I said, she's the best athlete on the tour.
Yeah.
And that's covering a lot of ground when you're the best athlete holding a racket in the world. So her makeup speed, even if she hits a bad shot, she can produce quality off of quality. So even on a bad day, she's going to get the W. I just love her mentality. I just feel if she doesn't get injured, you know, you never know about that, you could be looking at double figures Grand Slam with this young lady. That's how good she is, and she's only going to get better. And one other thing, in my opinion, she has the best slice serve in women's tennis next to the great Serena. So that's rare air right there.
That's rare air, and we're standing with a rare person in the game of tennis, Hall of Famer, legendary tennis coach Rick Macci at your very own tennis complex.